Use a word.
Here we are.
Doing that before.
Hey, everybody. So tonight we're going to do something a little different. Myself and all of our wonderful Misfits here are sad to have our wonderful Dell. He's down under the weather with a heavy migraine, and we didn't want to have him miss any of the fun either with our story, so we are going to do a quick AMA. So anything you want to ask any of the players or myself about the game, about what we do, anything really, we'll try to answer them as much as possible, as long as it isn't giving any sort of weird information away that the world can find out that's going to hunt us down or whatnot. So,
Yep.
Me, anything at all.
Yeah, anything at all.
I'm older than them.
I know you guys want to know Karis' favorite color.
Yeah, definitely.
Hot topic.
Okay, do we want to go around? I guess we're going to do a quick how's everybody doing this week? So,
oh, boy.
How's everybody been?
Who's going first?
Oh.
I don't know.
Oof. Sure, I'll go.
He has been fit.
Pam's been walking around in a cane. She had some surgery a while back, so she's recuperating. So we're glad she's here, but
yep,
she probably can use the extra day off the stream too. So
yeah.
I just don't want to go back to the day job tomorrow.
Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah.
Last week was rough. I think the only good thing from last week was I got to hang out with our good old DM here and get swifty.
Yeah, it was fun. We got to go out to a small pub around here, have a good couple drinks.
Fun.
So,
nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Let's see here. I will show something off because I'm like that. So I got a dice from the Fabled Flame. So as you can see, it is purple and it is gold writing on it. So what I didn't know, and as I've talked to her a few times about, she actually personally paints all of these, which to me is just mind-boggling. Yeah, and they're very well done, almost to the point where it's very difficult to even want to like this thing. But this is my wonderful wife's D20 for Mother's Day, so this is one of the many gifts that she got for Mother's Day, and it has a little surprise inside. So, but who else wants to go? I don't know.
Man, I don't really have anything going on.
I know.
Yeah,
I got my Ligma shirt on today, though.
Oh yeah, nice.
Hey, that's a collectible now.
Yeah,
right?
So we had some strange discussions with the company that was building our logos and whatnot, and it seems they've just vanished. And our website has been taken down. So sadly, the logos were only about 2 weeks worth of time before they disappeared. Yeah. So we are in the process of working on another company to help us out with getting new logos, and we think they're going to be a lot better anyways. So look forward to those in the near future. If you like hanging out with us, we are going to be starting another show on Thursdays at 10:30 or at 10 o'clock. It's only going to be a half hour, and it's going to be myself and our wonderful friend Corey, who is part of Chrysalis Endeavors. Him and I are going to sit down, and we're going to have a small chat about different things that we can do as game masters and to help players to just bring your game just a little more immersive than it is right now. So we're looking forward to that, and it'll be real quick, but it'll also just kind of give you guys another chance to hang out with us. But it'll just be me and him. So we might have guests on there and try to get other people, other creators, and other types of developers there. But right now, it's just me and him answering questions. So nice. Oh, let's see here. What else we got? Big shout out to Essie for Mother's Day. So
Oh yeah.
Happy Mother's Day, Essie.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
you got the keto over there running around every once in a while with his stormtrooper helmet on. So
And my mom's in town.
Oh, there you go.
And it's technically a secret, but she got vaccinated today.
Oh.
Finally. 8 years old, and I have to drag her to go get it.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that.
We're all
I'm not
cool.
going to say everybody has to get vaccinated, but if you do believe in that kind of thing, definitely take that chance because things are starting to open up again, and we can start.
And we would like them to stay that way and not have another wave.
Right.
Exactly.
Although, I have been more than happy to not travel for work.
Oh,
yeah. You guys have not been able to do that, but they're not dragging me out to 3, 4, 5-hour drives for the site visits.
Yeah. So I've got a site visit in a couple weeks, but sadly, my job doesn't allow me to hide from that anymore. We did long enough, and then they decided that it was time to cancel that. Welcome everybody who's here. Thanks, League Esports. Sadly, we are not running a game tonight, but thank you for coming to hang out with us for a little bit. We have our wonderful Dell, who is down under the weather, and we don't want him to miss anything as they start diving into the mines of Beebenshire to find out what's hiding in there. So we have canceled this week, and we're just doing a little AMA to just hang out with the community for a little bit and whatnot.
And honestly, I don't think that
anything Dell's good. Our talker.
I don't think anything good would happen if we go into the mine without him. So.
Yeah. I will give a little
bit of a secret. We still have to figure out where those spiders are coming from, too.
One of our players has seen one of the nasty creatures I have developed into the mine. We won't say who it is.
Oh, no.
And we won't say
it's not
what
me.
they thought. So, wow, you're not supposed to say, like, I don't care.
Oh, it could be like...
Yeah, it's probably the guy who isn't here. That's why he's actually sick.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's like, I need a week.
Right.
Yeah. Saw the monster and was like, I'm out.
Well, I did get to finally meet in person.
I saw that.
Mr. Wizard yesterday. Yes. So nice. So those of you who know Gooey Cube, Phineas Goo, him and his wife were in town for the weekend. They were visiting some of her family and came down. So we got to meet yesterday morning. It was a lot of fun. We had breakfast at a little place. Very good food. Talked a little bit, and he, of course, went, "Oh, by the way, we're going to do the stream." And I'm like, "What?"
Right.
He's good at putting people on the spot. So, yeah.
Although I do kind of miss being called Bonnie.
Really?
Yeah. Just because it was always funny when you'd go, "Bonnie, Pamela."
Oh,
Brave Sir Robin.
Brave Sir Robin. Brave Sir Dell has run away, seeing the nasty creature that's hiding in the mine.
Maybe he's just trying to concoct a plan on how to release some demon that he already knows is there.
There's possibility.
If there is a demon there, Dell will release it. Maybe not on purpose.
Yeah.
And maybe it will
be released. I might
it's a 50-50 chance.
Let's see. What else are we?
I mean, we're 2 for 2 so far.
Yeah, and you haven't killed either one of them yet, so they're still roaming somewhere in the world. And
I'm pretty sure the name of the game is to release the demons.
Which is interesting because it has nothing. It's funny because it's like the subplot of what's going on right now.
Well, it's release the demons, release the Kraken, whatever.
Yeah,
Well, they do say what you don't know won't hurt you, right?
Sure.
Or not just enough to be dangerous.
Right. Yeah. So yeah. So our story, just for any new people that are here, our story is developed out of a company called Gooey Cube, and we are running in a small, well, I wouldn't say small, but a decent-sized continent called Verdestia in a republic of Zyranthia. And that is their main developed setting at this moment. Now they're getting ready to launch all sorts of other craziness that's going to come out here in the next couple months as their Kickstarter blew up, which was absolutely awesome for them, and we were glad to support them on that. And we've taken the stories that they've already developed and added our own little spins to it and brought all of our fun characters here. So this is going to be my little shout out for the night. If you are interested in helping our players get pictures done, please think about donating so that we can get these images up there and you can see all these wonderful players in full color. Gooey Cube does an amazing job at bringing characters to life, and we're working diligent with them to get the 4 players their character portraits. So we're excited about that. Oh, let's see. What else? Maybe you guys have any questions about the story, about what's going on, about the characters?
I've got no idea what's going on.
Dell's on a mission and we're just his backup.
I mean, pretty much. Like,
yeah.
He's got something going on. I've got no idea what's going on.
To go immediately into the world.
He needs to go release some more demons, that's all.
Yeah. I think we're going to
probably it.
A couple more backstory connect here soon. Doing a couple threads are about to weave, and we'll see how those flow. Let's see here.
I'm still learning how to do level 1 stuff, man.
Yeah, man, you learned how to cast Acid Splash out of your hand last week, which was pretty cool. The help of Karis under the Blood Touched ability. So another thing that Gooey Cube's exclusive is the Blood Touched. So what the Blood Touched is the best way to describe it without going super crazy in depth is it is the D&D version of mutants. They are connected to the Everflow, which is the way magic works in Xyothe, to a molecular level. And they have developed special powers and additions to just their everyday race. But this also allows for people to play over the top races without making the world feel like a
smorgasbord.
Yeah, there we go. It's a good word. A smorgasbord of different races running around and understanding and making up how each of these races come together. So it's a really cool way of doing it that way, and we've definitely worked it into the story. Let's see what else. Valsirium is still lurking somewhere in the darkness, waiting to take on the players, but we'll see when that happens.
I don't want to see that guy again.
The nasty demon bird that you guys released from the Enchantress's hole, or her laboratory, we'll probably see it again sooner or later.
Hopefully later, more than sooner.
I'd like to get to like a couple of levels under our belts first, so maybe we get a few more abilities.
Right.
Let's see, the Dunahadreen, otherwise known, which is the Dark Elves of Xyothe, they are doing something nasty over in the eastern parts of Zyranthia, based on the notes that you guys found in the Enchanter's cabin.
Oh yeah.
You guys have a lot going on. Like, I start thinking about different stories you guys have already developed and the connections you guys are making, and there's a lot going on in the world that, it's going to be interesting these next couple weeks.
Oh yeah.
May you live in interesting times.
Right?
Pass. Been there, done that.
Sure.
Does anybody in this stream have any questions for our players? Any questions for me? Anything we can do to help you enhance your D&D experience, or what you'd like to see? Maybe something cool or predictions on of what's happening on the stream. We're just here to hang out for a little bit, since Dell is under the weather, and I didn't want to completely cancel because this community is always so much fun to hang out with every night or every Sunday. So, yeah. Let's see. What do you guys think your next journey is going to be for each of your players?
Man,
I'm just trying to survive.
I don't think I'm going to be surviving past this next journey, you know?
Like, I don't even know what I'm doing with my life at the moment, you know? Like, I don't really have any sort of direction. I'm just kind of...
One day at a time.
Yeah. You know, like, I don't have any missions per se. I don't even have a whole lot of a memory at the moment.
It's interesting you say that, because you guys have been part of the Hanatas for at least a few months before all this started to happen. Some of you have been part of the Hanatas for a year or two before. But
well,
it's like once you guys were removed from that story, that identity, you guys have started now have to piece your own together.
Exactly. And I currently have no goals, you know. I just want to smack things real hard that aren't cool.
He wants to bash things with his maul and drink lots of ale.
Yeah.
You sound more like a dwarf.
For?
That's good.
And Garrus wants to bash things with his book and drink lots of ale.
Yeah.
They're two peas in a pod. And then there's just me going, oh dear God.
Sure.
If I survive another day, it'll be good.
Now, I think she's more... So not all the Ethereans come from... Most people are for Zyathe know that they're a very structured society. You know, and you can very easily offend someone with just the tone of your voice and stuff like that. Except a lot of ones that have left that society in particular start really embracing all of Glastria's aspect, and I think that's coming. She's very mercurial. Because Glastria is essentially the goddess of the winds.
Yeah, so I'm waiting for that moment where Esper is she goes left field. And at that point, it's just going to be taking another wild goose chase somewhere other direction.
Right.
I'm just waiting to find that moment.
We did find the Frukin on accident.
Yeah, you did. The Frukin were fun. Like, they were just goofy little creatures that were a lot of fun to...
Were we supposed to find the Frukin?
Necessarily have to follow the trail to see if we could find someone who had been hurt.
Yeah, the idea was for you guys to find the trail. The idea was also that based on what you could have found either within the caves but at that point it's your decisions. Mm-hmm. So whatever you guys come up with, and then it's just reactions on my part of what's the plan.
Actually kind of rather glad we had to deal with the Frukin and not the Underdove Lizard, because I don't think that would have gone well.
Oh yeah, I know that the Bordruka is kind of a nasty little lizard. I say little, very.
They're like Komodos.
Yeah, no, it's monster. It's a big lizard.
Yeah,
he would disagree with you. That could have pulled our cart.
Well, that's true. You guys could have had a battle lizard as your cart puller.
I don't think they like daylight either.
They don't. So there is that. You would run into the issue of daylight. Give advisors. Just
let it go blind.
Put the night vision goggles on it so that it doesn't have the brightness.
I did once upon a time run a drow cleric who, of course, once she got a above ground. Couldn't see during the daytime because it was too bright. So she was day blind, or even torches. That was interesting.
That's an interesting thing about 5th edition. So if you remember in 3rd edition, they had the monster adjustments. And Drow were considered a lot stronger of a race in as Elven compared to the other races.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Mother's Day, Josh. Tell Kaya we said so, since it's not you. But I'm sure she's been running around with goblins all day. We're doing just an AMA. So
when's Kaya due?
Oh, I don't know.
Soon, I think.
I think so. Another goo enters the world.
I got 4 of those. 4 August. 3 boys, 1 girl in August.
Dang.
Wow.
Man.
That's awesome.
Oh, Godspeed to you, Josh.
See, I have 4 boys, so I don't know what a 4th girl. I don't have any idea how to work girls yet.
I have 5 boys.
I am nowhere close to kids.
Yeah, you two have none.
Y'all are easy.
Yeah. Her playing with a group of guys is super simple. She's like, oh, I know how to deal with all this.
Yeah. Considering...
As soon as we find a second player who's a female, then the world's going to change completely.
Right.
I can't understand it.
He's under the weather. Which is why it's just us yakking.
The pillows.
Yep.
Oh yeah, Matt's hiding from the monster that's in the mine. So that's everybody's theory, at least.
Yeah.
But no, he messaged me.
Speaking of boys, I'm going on mute because one of them is clawing.
Oh, you're fine.
Right. If you got any questions for us,
yeah,
throw them our way.
How was your time with Go? She's talking to one of her boys right now. So, but she had mentioned it earlier that she had a wonderful time with the Goos. So it was a lot of fun. Have you been keeping up on the stream, Josh? Do you have any questions about what's going on in the story? I do want to give a quick shout out to one of our most devout members, Elf Alexander. It was crazy to literally watch you walk in at 9 o'clock. That was awesome.
It's always good seeing you pop in chat every time.
It really is. You guys definitely make us want to come back every week to continue to just build the story. We are missing our other friend tonight, though. Hopefully he's not under the weather as well. So
after the spiders exploded and we all took nice, long, hot baths, we haven't made it to the morning yet.
Yep, so that
was going to be tonight's stream.
Yep.
But we're waiting for Matt to feel better.
They have discussed about going to see if they can open the mine back up from what is why it was abandoned, and they also were going to investigate what where the spiders came from. And there's a possibility that those two things are linked, but that is a story yet in the telling.
It would be nice to knock out 2 stones with 1 bird, but the way that this stream's been going, I don't think that's going to happen.
Got to use your short rests. Got to use your spells wisely. It's a resource management game, not a.
No. So not that, but knocking out 2 problems with 1 adventure. Instead, we knock out 2 problems with 15 adventures.
Yeah. Well, no, or you knock out 1 problem, create 5 problems in one.
Very true. Very true.
If you finally you got the enchantress and then you let a demon. There's definitely a difference there. Like, oh, we solved this problem. Oh no, now we have this problem. Oh, but we also have to go still deal with the man back in Tothenshire to go save Quimber. So yeah, you guys go from one problem to 4 problems.
Well, you see, we just like to turn one problem and make it into small steps, you know? So, like, with the Enchantress, we destroyed the house and all the magic that was there. So, you know, that took out a hub. That's a small step for mankind right there.
Small step for Zyranthian kind.
Makes sense to me.
We're just lowly adventurers at the moment, you know. We're not strong and experienced enough to take out that chick currently, I don't think. I mean, she crushed half our party with a table, and that was it.
So from the last encounter, the last NPC didn't really seem like the spiders was a big concern. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize I didn't develop that NPC to be super afraid of the spiders.
True.
He is, I will say, as a village, they are very concerned about this. But the thing is they haven't seen it anywhere other than this one stable so far that you can tell, that the players could tell. Investigating it is definitely going to have to be one of their decisions if they're going to help this specific person out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They got spiders. We got to burn everything down. Other choice.
Yeah,
I mean, I also would
horses,
not go
farm, grass, all gone.
I would definitely not go anywhere near the farm if they had exploding animals. You know, like
it's
spiders were
definitely
just popping out of everywhere. I'd be gone. I'm moving.
So the problem with that is, that's funny you say that, because I would be the same way. Truthfully, I hate spiders. Like, burn them with fire.
I saw one in my hotel the other day. I killed it. I watched the ceiling for days.
Anything that's creepy crawly, I've never been that kind of a kid or
no way.
Anything like that. Yeah, just don't do creepy crawlies.
Like bugs are fine, you know, but like bugs that'll bite you and you don't know where they are, you know. I don't know.
Yeah, but there's a lot of spiders that don't bite or don't get near biting, but still, they're spiders. They have 8 legs. They need to die. It just can't do it.
Yeah.
I grew up in a small town north of where I'm at now, and they had granddaddy longlegs everywhere, and they're not supposed to be able to kill you in any way, shape, or form, but they still had to die because they're 8-legged and they move around and they get in corners of your house and just. Ew.
Unless they stay out of my way, then they're getting smushed.
Yeah, no.
But that's the rest of the spiders, though.
Yeah, so that's the worst thing I have happened in my case, at least here where I live now. Is that
it had babies?
You know, you're half asleep, you're getting ready to go to the restroom, you flip on the light as you're getting ready to use the toilet, and then all of a sudden, that's something kicks the light and then crosses you're like, man, I don't want to go here anymore. So you
right.
You look for it, and then if it disappears, you go pick a different restroom because you don't stay around there for the day. And then every night. And then every day when you plan to use that one, you have to move everything and make sure that it's not hiding somewhere.
Oh, yeah. I found a spider, under a toilet seat once. I was checking toilet seats for months after that.
Yeah. So people wonder why I always use spiders and snakes and stuff like that. It's because everybody doesn't like them. Like, there's this thought process. I think that's really why Gooey Cube created the nasty Vordrude character and his love for spiders. Ew.
Right. Lizards are fine, though. Lizards are cool.
Yeah, lizards are cool until they're the size of you and they want to eat you. But, you know, that's a different story.
Alligators and crocodiles are totally different story.
Yeah. So yeah, no, the way it is that they were growing inside of these horses. Something had either implanted eggs into them, or there's a reason why the spiders are there, and the players are going to have to investigate that and come up with their own
Mm-hmm.
conclusions of what has happened, or based off of what they're finding. Oh yeah, no, it was nasty. The fact that they just swarmed out of these creatures like roaches was just gross. That's another creature I can't stand. Roaches. Ooh, so gross.
Oh yeah, no.
And you watch them crawl across the ground and you freak out.
We get roaches every once in a while from where my dad receives boxes and stuff for work.
Yeah,
there's
roaches
inside of the
or
boxes.
water bugs. They call it these massive black water bugs. And
oh, I don't know the water bugs, but I know silverfish.
How you lived here? They were little. They look like roaches, but they just don't have the flat back on them, and they're bubbled up like water, and they're nasty.
I didn't have any of those in my apartment.
Well, you're lucky. We get them here in housing all the time.
So talking about Australia, I've been seeing things where it's like a whole thing for spider season to happen, where there's just like
webs everywhere.
Yeah, webs everywhere. Is that an actual thing? Oh God, no. No.
Australia, where just about everything tries to kill you.
Yeah, I know.
I still want to go though.
Oh, me too. But I only want to go to visit. I don't want to be live. I don't want to live there.
Oh, that's terrible.
Okay, so yeah, Deity asked each of you. So, what has been your favorite episode so far?
Oh, I missed that question. When was that?
So, what has everyone's favorite session is what he said, but favorite
session. Oh God. I mean, unless someone else wants to go first, I can go first.
Go
for it.
To think about it.
Okay. Man, as dumb as it sounds, I'd have to say, like, was it the first session or was it like our second or third where I mucked up that guy in the bar?
I think it was the second.
Now this. Oh, well, we do have the two session zeros where we were stuck in that treehouse and couldn't.
Oh yeah, so there were the prequel.
That was the zero sessions. Yeah, so the actual
session
one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually session one.
Where you whacked that guy and popped his head like a watermelon.
Yeah, I didn't. That was unintentional. But.
Yeah, that was.
I did have a lot of fun when I know they were zombie babies and they were kind of horrifying, but that burning hands was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah. Mine too
is a little more controlled than Fireball.
Nice. Yeah, I think when we burned down the cabin, that episode was great.
That one was good.
That's awesome that you all have. It's a spread. You all had different episodes that you thought was. That's good. Mine, oh God, it's a game master. That's hard.
The one where I didn't have to GM.
See, most people would say that, but man, I love game mastering. Like I don't know what it is about it, but the idea to watch everyone's. I mean, maybe I am a sadist to a point. I mean, I play 3 games a week in 3 different worlds, so I mean, there's probably a bit of it. But I think mine was your guys' interactions with Valsirium and Halashar. The connections that you guys had to come up with, the deciding on which one was the evil guy and which one was the good.
Yeah, that didn't work out for us.
No,
it was a lot of fun to.
Weren't they like both bad though?
Watch the thought.
No, one was an angel.
No.
Yeah, Halia Shah was an angel. I mean, he was a celestial.
Yeah, he gave us the extra boost so we would survive the fight afterwards.
Yeah, he was there as a guardian, but he was captured at the same. It was a weird connection. Of what was happening was the people that protected the dagger to find a way out of it. They finally found that he was the key. And if you guys would have taken longer, something would have happened that he would have been released anyways. But
instead we just released him on our own.
Exactly. You released him on your own instead of destroying him. There was only one way to destroy Valsirium, and in all honesty, it would have been extremely hard to understand all the pieces that were going on at the time. But that was fine though, because now you have one of your big bad evil guys that's floating around the world right now. So
I'm pretty sure we're gonna make a lot of those.
Yeah. You make one, you kill one, you make another one. It's kind of a game of D&D, truthfully.
I mean, so far we've made like 4 and we've killed none. So
no. So yeah, kind of. I mean, you took the evil guy out of Tothenshire, at least. You've at least brought him to justice.
Oh, so the rich dude that was bad.
The rich dude who killed the
We're headed towards the mountains, Josh.
Are we heading towards the
Dragon Cross was supposed to be our next destination.
Yeah.
So
and on the other side of
I don't think we're going up to the Vile Desolation anytime soon, though.
No, there's no plan to go to the Vile Desolation or Magdranog at this moment. They're heading east towards the Wormrest Mountains and the Weird Forest.
We're south of Darkenhaven. We're in Beavenshire.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in Beavenshire right now, and they're on the road, they were on the road to Beavenshire.
Dragging the wagon.
Yeah, God. So what we're trying to do is we're trying not to give away too much of what's not been developed yet. We want to still stay as close to the Gooey Cube lore as we can, without making it too restrictive on me as a game master as well. So, which I had to get out of my own head after the first couple sessions, because I was like, how do I connect all this? It's not making any sense in the world. And then I was like, you know what? I've got to stop and not try to piece every minute detail together right off the bat, because I plead the fifth.
That means yes. I'm looking forward to Gloomport building.
Yeah. I am looking forward to a few different projects that I'm helping Gooey Cube out with. So Gloomport is definitely one of them. But Darkenhaven was a lot of fun. Knowing enough about Darkenhaven is going to help our stream tremendously as they start to head that direction.
Man, I don't even know what's going on in the creators world of Gooey Cube, but I'm just looking forward to exploring the world every week, because I don't know anything about all the lore of Verdestia.
Yeah, no, the lore is a lot of fun, and in all honesty, I recommend all the players to read the lore, because it's not going to jack up our story at all.
Man, I want to join like the content creation stuff, but man, do I suck at like typing up paragraphs about stuff,
You don't, though. See, that's the crazy thing. And anybody who has some sort of a creative mind, definitely look into the option to come join the Gooey Cube. We are not, let me rephrase that before I go any farther with this. We are not being paid by Gooey Cube to do this, but we have such a passion with Gooey Cube to create this stuff and to get it out to people that it's just been a lot of fun. Bullet points are definitely the way a lot of people go. You don't have to be super crazy, especially on what they call the submissions. the Frukin, in all honesty, was created based off of the same concept as the submissions. And it's really what I want to model our Patreon for when we get our Patreon launched, is to allow people to give bullet points or to give creature ideas, items, things like that you can submit into the world, into our stream, and then I will make sure that that comes to life. And I think we've had 2 of our players, I messaged them hiddenly behind all of your backs, and they have 2 of our friends have offered some information on some people. So Bobbert is one of them. The interesting goblin that you all met is one of our wonderful community members, gave me his idea, and there's another character who's floating around the world right now that I have yet to decide where I want to put him, but another one of our community members has offered. So both are interesting players, or interesting characters for sure. Oh, let's see here. Whoop. I don't know if that's me or if that's
what's up?
Thing died, but yeah. Spinning on.
Yeah, that's you, I think, because I still see Pam moving around. Okay, you're back.
Oh, I'm back. Yes. You need ideas or some Valandian influence, let me know. Of course. Valandia is a little far away from where we're at right now, but I'm sure somebody's got to be investigating this world. So, yeah. Let me refresh Twitch. It's acting up on me. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, no, this was fun. I don't know how much longer we're going to do this. I guess when everybody gets bored of us and wants to head out.
Right.
But we're, like I said, we'll probably keep to an hour, so we get about 15 minutes left. But please make sure if you guys have questions.
Oh yeah, we're more than happy to answer any questions, whether it even be stream related or not.
Yeah. And if you're really creative, like you want to come join us for a session or 2, please let me know, because I'm also welcome to bring guests in.
Yeah.
It sounds like we might have one of our sponsors coming in to play for a session or 2, so look forward to that here in the next couple of weeks. Still building their character out and deciding on what they want to do, but yeah, it'll be fun to have you. It's kind of another one of our thoughts for doing giveaways is just give away an opportunity to come on the stream and hang out with us. So let's see here.
Yep.
I hope you guys are enjoying the giveaways. Our sponsors, the people that are offering gifts, has been awesome.
It really has.
We definitely we can't. Let me put this to the bottom of my heart, just hearts everywhere, because we don't ask for any sort of compensation from them other than just to help out the community. So, and they do it without any sort of adjustment. So it's definitely you, Corey, and I should talk. Okay. Why are you muted, Pam?
I think she's still talking to her son.
Okay. I was wondering what's going on.
She's just got her headphones on so she can hear what we're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Make sure we're not talking crap.
Mm-hmm. You, Corey, now I'm curious what they're talking about. What have they got plotting over there?
All sorts of crazy stuff, man.
It's funny because we as a community, we're so close. Most of us have never actually met each other, but we just connect through Gooey Cube and through the stream and through D&D, which is such an awesome platform to do it.
Yeah. Maybe one day if I stop wasting my time on games and stuff, then I'll join the creators community. Bro,
it doesn't take much. Like,
you'd be surprised, man. I
wrote a monster in like 20 minutes, bro. It's not a hard.
That's you, man.
Well, I sit in D&D. Yeah, no, I love the community. I love D&D. I love the creativity of it. It makes my brain actually work rather than to numb out in video games. Don't get me wrong, I love a good video game and I enjoy it. But and we're looking at maybe putting a stream up for that as well, just because we all like to play. We're looking at maybe doing a Baldur's Gate as it starts to release more content, and when we can square all of our schedules and whatnot. But yeah, it's been an interesting year and a half of us trying to get everything together and start to develop and this crazy ride. So and thank all of you guys for just hanging alongside us, because the war wagon's slowly growing and moving. We're just trying to keep a hold of it and keep going. So yeah, episode 16 will definitely be next week, as long as Matt's not dying again, where they will enter the mines, the abandoned mine in Beavenshire, and find out what is lurking within. Let's see here. Any other questions? This has been fun, actually.
Yeah.
I don't have to do a ton of thinking tonight.
Right.
Some days is just wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
He probably needs it.
Yeah. Maybe some lesser restoration.
There you go. Yeah, get rid of that disease, that headache going on. Yeah. So Corey, the Chrysalis Endeavors, the one who designed Drunken Dwarf Draft, which we will be giving away next week on our stream. Is him and I are going to do a sort of like a talk show, kind of like this, but more D&D related. And we're going to have a couple topics that you can either write in for the next week as we talk about it. But we're just going to try to make it easier for people to get tips and tricks to make their games a little more immersive, whether it be backstories, encounters. How do you make combat fun? How do you role play when you don't know how to role play? Questions like that. We're just going to sit around and chat for about 30 minutes or so weekly to kind of let you all hang out with us again. Yeah. I actually have a couple boxes of that right now. I'm looking at it right now. So this is his game, Drunken Dwarf Draft. It's pretty nifty. Myself and Decimus got a chance to play with him on our stream. So if you haven't checked that out and you want to see what that game's all about, we did a little demo for it. We're going to do a full-blown demo for it. Where can questions be submitted? Right now, you can submit them to our Tabletop Misfits email. Or you can go on to our Instagram and submit it, our Facebook page. Here you can submit it. You can just send a whisper to the stream, and we're going to check those. Right now, we're trying to plan an actual schedule so you all know when we're going to be on and when we're not, because it seems to be, other than Sundays, we're never around. But we're also super busy. Everybody does have... we don't do this full time, although I wish one day it might be possible.
Right.
But it's going to take a lot more of a growing community and some love by some sponsors and all that to even make that even a pipe dream. So, yeah. Let's see who's still with us. Elf Alexander, Deity. Do you guys have
still listening in?
Yeah, Elf Alexander, Deity, do you guys have any questions still? Anything else we can answer for you guys? I'm missing 12 Tones tonight, man. He's
that's true.
Our other golden child, and hopefully he hasn't gotten bored with us. But it's also Mother's Day, so I'm not going to...
A lot of people spending time with family.
Probably a good thing that we're making a short video anyways, or a short stream anyways, since That way we can all go spend times with our loved ones and our moms. And make sure you call your mom today. Don't.
Yeah.
It's definitely a.
If you haven't already.
If you haven't already, you're running out of time, bro. You got to get on. Great. That's right. Where do you want to visit in Zyothe the most? Ooh, I'm gonna let all my players just say that first, because these are all the ones that, I mean, I've been living in Zyothe now for like a year. I swear, I literally read weekly about something. Oh shoot, let me see.
I mean, it's gonna be a little hard for me because I don't know all the areas of Zyothe.
Yeah, I don't either.
I mean,
tell you right now though, the Crooked Tower, that's where I want to know, where I want to go and know more about.
What's the Crooked Tower?
I don't know, but my book's telling me I should go there.
Well, my character currently doesn't know anything yet, but I definitely want to get up to the mountains.
Yeah, so the Stone Moots.
The Wormcrest Mountains.
Yep, so the Stone Moots are a Garoond living areas. Decimus is definitely trying to get back home. Karis is looking for a strange tower. I don't know if I want to give any more hints on that one. That's going to be an in-game secret. So,
hey, that's perfectly fine to keep those demons locked away for now.
Yeah. Ooh. So now you're developing the Vendraxian Wastes now. Ooh. I wrote something for that area. Oh no, never mind. I wrote something for Valandia. So, well, there is a wonderful hidden gem in our group that has not done anything in Zyothe yet, but is getting ready to work on some stuff. So, if you have any, yeah. Karis has been voluntold to help with something. So.
Oh dang!
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
So Deity, if you have any extra help needed, you can always go bug him and dig him deeper in the goo. So that's an option too.
I think the only way I would get super involved if I got dragged in. Other than that, like.
Oh, you're hearing it. There you go. If y'all need help with the Vendraxian wastes or done, then we've got two of our players who have not dug headfirst in goo yet.
No,
so.
Not yet. I love the world and everything, but
yeah,
I just haven't gotten into contributing anything.
Yeah, well, definitely check out their Discord, hop on their Facebook, and start giving some interest, and you'll be hunted down to help with the goo. Tell you, it's been a lot of fun. Let's see, maybe this will be an interesting question for all the players. Out of everything you guys know so far in the world of Zyothe, what do you think what do you think of the connection between the Woe and Blood Touched is? They have. The map of Verdestia that we are using is the one developed through the Red Star Rising, and we are only showing them Zyranthia, right? The Zyranthian Republic at the moment. So,
Man, what do I think the connection is?
Yeah, predictions.
I mean, I guess my guess would be, cause if I remember right, this is like the woe is the corruption of the flow, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I imagine there'd be some sort of like maybe residual magical backlash that affected random creatures in ways such as the blood touch. But yeah, I wouldn't have any guesses beyond that.
I got nothing. Just smile and wave.
It's fun to pick on these two because, like I said, they haven't dived into the lore too long.
That and I don't have any of my books yet, so I can't just like read through all the great lore, man.
Yeah, we gotta get you your books. The Kickstarter should be launching those out soon. So
I don't think I have the PDF versions either.
You should. If you've done any sort of Kickstarter backing to you should have your PDF. But make sure that your PDF is the exact. Make sure that your Gooey Cube account is the exact as your Kickstarter account.
It definitely should be.
Well, then we need to talk to the Goo.
I'll have to dive in deep to make sure, but I'm pretty sure I did everything.
Because I think Karis was the same way, and then we got a quick adjust. Oh, look at that! As for throwing up the map right on the page. Right. There you go. Yeah, so that is a massive world of Xyothe right there. And then we are in the top left corner there. She's going to do the Vanna White on me. There it is, right there. So.
Nice.
I can't wait to get all my maps, man.
Bro, I'm trying to sweat not getting the big 17 by 20 maps, and I'm really thinking about just pushing the button to upgrade to get that add-on.
I don't know if I don't know what maps I'm getting. All I know is I got maps.
So if you're just getting the books, you're not going to get the big maps. You're just getting the maps that are in the book.
I have to go back and look and see what all I did on the.
Oh, I thought she was pulling out a map pack. I was like, "Where'd you get that?"
Big old fancy book.
Yeah, big old fancy book right here. I got one too. Mine's got a lot of use to it, as you can tell.
So jelly.
It's starting to get beat up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that if you post links in chat, it'll probably flag you.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Nightbot's going to get mad at you.
Mm-hmm.
But ooh, that's nice. I'm not gonna say I haven't seen pieces of it, but I don't have it in my hand. I was waiting on Essifer to be like, oh yeah. So when I saw the wizard, he gave me this, and I was like, oh. Let's see. Oh, this was a lot. This was fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Oop. Oh yeah, I've seen that one, Matt. I've seen that one. I have that one on my computer. That one's pretty cool. It's yeah. Maybe I'll toss that one on our stream for next week so people can see more of the how big it looks. Oh, thanks, Kaya. Also, happy Mother's Day from us. Let's see. Don't want to get too quiet. Let's see.
Yeah, I've got nothing on the brain at the moment.
Yeah, brain's starting to blank out a little bit. Same
Right.
here. So, been talking straight for an hour, and it's not about my story. So
Right.
it starts to get foggy there after a little bit.
Down.
So.
I mean, unless there's any more questions or anything, then if you want, we could just call it here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's up to y'all. Deity, Kaya, Elf Alexander, do you guys have any other questions we can answer
Anything
about
at
the
all.
stream, or if you have any questions about any of the players, or anything at all, really?
Yep.
Give it a couple
Here's-
seconds. Let
Here's the
people
waiting
type.
game. Yep.
What's that?
I said, here's the waiting game.
Yeah, the waiting game. Now, if I don't see anything in the next minute or so, we'll say our goodbyes and
Yes.
evening early. Allow all the moms to go hang out and
Or just go to bed earlier.
or go to bed
Relax.
early. Just talking about your best.
Yeah.
We can answer your questions for us.
Man.
Ooh, yeah. No, Deity is definitely a wealth of knowledge when it comes to Xyothay.
Oh yeah.
I've had a lot of time to chat with him, and he's helped me with some of my writer's blocks for the stream at times. So
I don't know. I think
I don't know, Kaya. You being the English teacher, I'm sure you're probably just as delved into the goo.
Right.
But we are hoping that we're bringing at least somewhat of a unique spin on the world of Xyothay. So, and that our not only is new players able to come check us out and understand what's going on, but bringing our Gooey community with us to enjoy it in the very goo that it's built under. Oh, yeah, I don't have any questions right now, but I've also been writing for the last 2 hours before Matt decided to, or Dell decided that he was going to text me and say that he's not feeling good. So,
hey, I don't
so
have
for the rest of
questions,
you, because this is Mother's Day, what did you do for your mothers?
Well, sure, I'll talk.
Go for it.
Yeah, I'm what you might call a bad son.
Ooh,
Yeah. So it was basically just a phone call from me today.
and then you have to answer who your favorite god is in the pantheon. I guess that is our final question for the evening.
Oh,
I don't
man.
even
I
know.
only looked at,
Yours is simple because it is your god. This is.
Well, I mean, that's definitely why I chose him. He was very interesting, but it was still hard to just choose him in the first place because I looked at 5 or 6 of them and I'm like all of these ideas, but yeah, ultimately I stuck with Conundrus just because I think that's such an interesting concept.
So, I don't know any of the gods. Aside
He's our
from
baby.
aside
our
from
new baby.
when I read the lore on my race. So I can't really give much input. I need to read through the book eventually.
That you do, my friend. That you do.
But that's a long read, man. I've got a lot on my plate for reading as it is.
See, I am for me personally, it's very hard to say what my favorite god is yet. Partially because the only gods I have read about in the last probably 2 months are evil. Straight up evil.
Oh man. That's funny.
Although I really enjoyed Jinx. I think Jinx is a fun character. Um, Kismia was interesting to develop an entire story behind when we did Winter's Dance, which was really cool. But I would say right now it would probably be, as my brain decides to blank out for a second, I gotta find what I was looking for. No, it's here. I just have to remember what it looks like. Telling you, I've literally read these gods like 4 or 5 different times, each trying to decide which one's making sense for which thing.
Right.
Right now. It's not Slay. It's not. Where's the Black Flame? My brain died. It's in here somewhere. I will find it. No, it's here. You might be able to guess it automatically because it's the Black Flame. I've just got to find it. No, it's here somewhere.
Dragon gods sound pretty cool.
Oh, Dracondra? Yeah, it's a nasty creature. Oh, Slive. Slive is one that I'm playing on right now. It's a little fun.
Nice.
So yeah, so that's an interesting concept because you've got all of those, but then you also have the the elements that they work with too. Which out of the pantheon, they're almost different from the way I've read. Like you have those, but then you also have the yeah. Yeah, no, the when it comes to when it comes to the deifics of this world of Dialthea, it's definitely a massive just interweaving of but I will say one of my favorite parts of Xyothay, and one of the main reasons that I got really interested in them, is that each race has a very unique way of being created. It's not by one single god, it's not by one single event. It is a grouping of gods coming together, and if you read what the god is on certain ones, you can tell exactly where all the pieces are coming from, like especially with the Garund, with the Ethereans, with the Myrun, these unique races that are specific to Xyothay. It's definitely an interesting way of developing. But yeah. So what'd you do for Mother's Day, Parker?
I mean, I didn't really do a whole lot. I mean, I ran out and grabbed breakfast because I don't think we really had anything to make breakfast this morning. And then just kind of sat and did whatever the heck my mom wanted to do, which we ended up watching some Saturday Night Live and then watched some episodes of Blacklist while I sorted through Pokemon cards.
There you go.
And then went over to my sister's to do dinner. And my brother-in-law made some fried rice and hibachi steak. So
nice. Yeah. So I called my mom's. And she's getting ready for work, so she didn't get much other than a conversation with all the kids real fast to say Happy Mother's Day. And then my wife got her day. Like she just went and did what she needed, what she wanted to do. And hung out with the other moms in the area, and I took care of the kids, which to her was a blessing. So
Oh yeah.
the kids on at once. But bye, Deity. Have a wonderful evening.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
As we start signing off here and just ending our evening a little early tonight, one final question for each of you, and then we're going to close. What is the inspiration that you use to create your character?
Oh God. Man.
Nice. Well, I can tell you right off the bat.
I'm assuming you mean
What's that?
yes, I'm back.
There you go. That's a final question.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to my
um,
son and daughter-in-law, so that was fun.
There you go.
Nice. For me, my character came from I was reading through H.P. Lovecraft. So just the whole concept of madness and really the Necronomicon, not really in the D&D sense, but I wanted something to be like a book of chaos, basically. And so that's what I built a character around. That's why he's a cleric instead of a warlock. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
No, that's a good. That's definitely an interesting concept, and of course, we're going to explore what the book is all about and what it's leading him to, and that's going to be a trip down the rabbit hole.
Man,
The book.
I really need to like try and plan out some good like maybe 15-minute segments where I just sit down with Carries and just vibe out and talk, because like me and him are pretty much the two peas in the pod, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're
And
supposed to
what?
be like real tight and talk, so
Yeah.
I still gotta work on that, man.
Yeah,
I just
no,
like
he's a wealth of information too. I love having crazy conversations with him because he is who I create. He is who I have explained to everybody that I've ever played D&D with. He is the person who creates the most off the wall, ridiculous character that makes sense. I'm like every time.
Yeah.
Can't help it.
Yeah, it's so Essifer, what was your
Uh,
inspiration to create yours?
It was, you said Matt already took Agent of Jinx, so I'm like, God damn it. Okay, fine. I'll get the other special class, which is actually really strange because I very, very rarely play magic users at all. I mean, they might have, they got they found a ring or something, and that's about it. I usually don't play casters. I'm either, the weighted and pop heads type or the ranged fighter. It's kind of a ranged fighter, the bows and arrows. So, and the Ethereans, it did settle because it was either going to be Etherean or Maroon.
Right.
And they're almost like two halves of a coin, if you think about it. So the Maroon live on the water, and the Ethereans live in the sky. They're known for their floating cities, both of them. Although, again, water and sky. And their primary gods are not compatible. I can't remember the word. It'll come to me later. But Glastria for the winds and Aquaria for the water. So I did finally end up settling on the Aether. Mainly probably had a lot to do with that society being matrilineal, which you don't see a whole lot of outside of the evil drow in D&D. And it's like, really, folks? And it was fun because they're also the Aether. You could see there's a lot of the Asiatic influence, which always speaks to me. And even in the the character artwork that they have for the Aether, you can see there's a heavy Japanese influence, at least to my eye. And then, of course, we all rolled for our blood touch.
Yep.
Probably a good thing, because if she'd ended up with an air blood touch, she probably wouldn't have left home, because you could cover for that. It wouldn't have been noticeable, since the Aether do have that innate ability with wind. That's the other reason I want to get to the next level.
Right.
That innate ability kicks up a notch.
Nice.
I won't just be able to blow out wind candles and stuff. I'll be able to blow people over.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. So people who are left, one thing that I know that we didn't really explain when we first started playing in the stream is the one thing they were not allowed to choose was their blood touch. They had to roll on a d20 table and decide, and then it decided for them. So that is their randomization for their characters. So, yeah. And finally, not last but not least, Decimus.
So,
what was the inspiration for this?
Yeah.
Knucklehead.
Honestly,
as we're getting ready to shut down for the evening.
Oh, hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, what's happening?
Right. So I can't really say I had a whole lot of specific inspiration for this character. Like, everyone else had picked their class, because every time I'm in one of your campaigns, I always go last, because I really don't mind what I play. So we needed a tank. I didn't feel like playing Paladin, and I've never played a Barbarian before. So I went Barbarian. So I was just like reading through the different races to see what would fit as far as like stat attributes and all that good stuff, and what I really liked the lore of. So I picked the half Garund and wove a pretty cool backstory in on how I became half Garund, I suppose. Or not became, but was born half Garund.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I didn't want a super basic story of, like, whole family dies, I go berserk, and I'm just out for blood. As every other barbarian does, right?
The God of War mentality.
So I was like, what sounds very different, but isn't that crazy? And so I was like, why not come up with some story of how I was a gladiator against my will?
Bro, I thought you just had watched Gladiator right before you built the character.
No.
Truthfully, it's very similar mantra, but yeah, no, it was a good mixture.
I didn't really have anything that I wanted to base it off of. It was just what sounds different and isn't tragic. So
nice. I can't answer this because I don't have an inspiration for the character, and sadly, I can't give any inspiration other than the world of Gooey Cube, and my love for storytelling is what has inspired me to run this to run the story for this stream. As a ending thought, and this is my own sadist thought to myself, if anybody in the stream has ever wanted to play D&D, you have been able to find a way to do so within the community, please reach out to me. I will build a one-shot so that you guys can experience the love that we all see every single week, some of us more than once a week, and the community that we've grown from it to try it out. It's not for everybody, but you'd be shocked at how much fun it can really be, and how much way I would put it is how much like life it can feel.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know personally myself, there's been many times where I will still meet up with people who I've played D&D with for the last 15, 20 years. And instead of us talking about what happened at school when we were in high school, we would talk about the monster that we killed or the stories that we talked or told. And those things you never forget. So, like I said, if you have any questions, please reach out to us in one of our many ways, either through our social media, through Twitch Direct, or I'm sure our email is floating around on Twitch somewhere. I don't know exactly where it's at, but
It's out
or
there.
come back to the stream and hang out with us next week. Don't forget our new show on Thursday nights at 10 o'clock Eastern. It's just going to be myself and Chrysalis Endeavors doing a little bit of a talk show on how to have more fun in D&D and answer some questions for people. So you can submit those through social media as well. And until then, thank you all for coming to hang out with all of us. Please, if you want to know anything about Ziothe, read over the comments, listen to this stream. The stream was very informative about some pieces of Ziothe. And do have a wonderful, happy Mother's Day and a wonderful night. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.